You are watching a special presentation from Tinkle Group Gaming. Hello guys, and welcome here. It's back. It's finally back after a season off. We are here today at the Bermuda Triangle for the Tinkle Group Gaming All-Star Showdown. Hello guys, and welcome. I'm Brian here in the booth. Starting from the pole today will be Ryan Durrani in the number 47, and to his outside will be the number 17 of Allie Rain. Of course, this field consists of 21 drivers that'll be trying to punch their ticket into the All-Star race tomorrow night here. Of course, high stakes. There will be 3 spots available here. This is going to be the first of 3 10-lap segments. All of them will feature overtime if needed, so that's a big boost to these guys in their, well, I guess you could say a big boost. But nonetheless, the chance for $1 million is on the line tomorrow. And this is essentially the last chance to get into the stacked All-Star race field there. Of course, we have 29 entries into the All-Star race. It will be 32 after tonight. Who will make up the final 3 spots? We're going to find out in just a moment. Let's roll the intro, and when we come back, the starting lineup here from Bermuda in just a moment.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Welcome back. The starting lineup, it'll be on the left-hand side of your screen as we get going. Today from the Bermuda Triangle, 21 cars in the field. Of course, they are all set. This race and tomorrow's race, the first 29, will be set by owner's points. Ryan Durrani enters this race, of course, a non-points race, as the Jello Cup Series points leader. So that is why he starts on the pole. Brian James, who starts in last, he has the least amount of points. He is one of the part-time efforts in the field. So that is why he is not considered here. Of course, this is 5 turns here at the Bermuda Triangles. The pace car will peel off. Ryan Durrani, Allie Rain make their way through turn number 6. Back to the start-finish line. And segment number 1 is green here at Bermuda. And once again, keep in mind this race was supposed to be run last season. Was not run due to time constraints. So there might be some pent-up energy here. Pent-up aggression from last season's failed attempt at the All-Star race. Here goes Jessica Strauss looking for the lead. And she's got help from a fellow Ford in the number 78 of Ryan Kinghart. Look at him, 3-4 wide off the corner. The other thing that should be added in, significant damage will get you parked for the race. And Samet Ozkan saves it. It was a close call with the 16 of Tyler Faden, and Samet Ozkan saves it off the corner as Ryan Kinghart will lead the first lap in segment number 1. Of course, the winner of each of the first two segments will not continue in this All-Star Showdown. They will be retired, as those cars will be put back in the garage to get ready for tomorrow's All-Star race. Again, the All-Star race from Bermuda here tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Here we go, 3 wide for the lead. And Tyler Faden to the race lead here on lap number 2 with help from Lyle Austin. Brian James trying to pull last to first in segment 1. And he's pushing that 50. Him and his teammate Dave James, the only two not in the field for Western New York Autosport in the All-Star race. Here we go, drag racing down to turns 5 and 6. Samat Ozkan has the preferred lane, and he's got help from the 16. Samat Ozkan's going to take the lead. Look at them bump drafting off into turns 1 and 2. Again, a 2.5 mile triangular shaped track. Daniel Voiles to the inside. He's going to take the race lead with help from the 15. That is Steve Morgan. Daniel Voiles was not around Daniel Voiles was in the series before we announced an all-star race. Of course, this is the third ever all-star race in 8 seasons. We ran one in season 5. We ran one in season 6. We did not run one in season 7. We got 4 wide back here. This might not work. And they've got to get this solved. This is going to take out over half the field if they don't. Nobody wants to be in this situation right now. It is way too early to be pushing the issue like that. And Samat Ozkan comes out in front. I was about to say, this is not a situation you want to be in this early into the All-Star Showdown. Of course, we got 5 laps of racing to go in this segment. Samat Ozkan now the race leader. Dave James pushing the 17, Allie Rain. Again, keep in mind the winner of this segment advances to the All-Star race and will start in the 30th spot tomorrow. '29 qualified for the All-Star race, being either a playoff driver in season number 7, a winner in season 8, a past champion, or a former All-Star race winner. Those were the 4 criterias, and 29 drivers met it. This is for the last 3 spots for those that are just tuning in. We are in segment number 1. Daniel Voiles trying to push the issue to the inside. See 3 wide spread out across the track right now. Again, as you see the craziness going on toward the middle and back of this pack, keep in mind, There is overtime in this segment if it's needed. There will be segments in all three, overtime in all three segments as it's needed. Here comes the 16 to the inside. Tyler Faden, the only Faden not in the All-Star race. For those who don't know the history of the All-Star race, the first one was held at Ricky Raceway back in Season 5. In Season 6, it was held at 8 Bowl Superspeedway. Last season's was supposed to be held here. Instead, it was canceled, and now this season, we finally get to hold it at the Bermuda Triangle. 2 laps of racing to go. Here comes the 16. This could be a big help for Daniel Voiles. He's got really no help behind to help him get around the 11. So we head through 3 and 4. We'll make our way to 5 and 6 this time. That 16's looking to the inside. He wants the glory for himself. Once the leader takes the white flag, the segment is official. Final lap here at Bermuda. They're single file behind Samet Ozkan, who's been the strongest car this whole segment for the most part. Now you see the 41 and the 16. They're going to pull to the inside, try to make something happen. And they're going to get nowhere. To turns 5 and 6 for the final time in this segment. Will the 9 try anything? It might be too little too late. But at least Daniel Voiles will start in the lead. Samet Ozkan advances to the All-Star race. Welcome back. We're ready to get going here for segment number 2. Another 10-lap segment. Of course, congratulations to Samet Ozkan. He is the first driver to advance to the All-Star race tomorrow night here under the lights. But as we get back going here, it's going to be Daniel Voiles, Tyler Faden, Jessica Strauss, Mitchell Hodak, Tim Randolph, your top 5. Then you got Parker Newhouse, Ryan Durrani, Allie Rain, Roberto Crown Jr., and Steve Morgan. They will round out your top 10 as the pace car peels off. We make our way through 5 and 6. Back onto the front straight. Green flag, we're underway in segment number 2 of the All-Star Showdown. Voiles looked strong in segment number 1, just couldn't get around the 11. Now with the 11 out of the picture, we'll see just how strong this 9 car is. He's going to go down and try to block the 41. Not going to be able to do it. Jessica Strauss with help from the 47 of Ryan Durrani. But the Chevy's on the top lane. Can they work well together? Here comes a Ford to help out on the bottom. To the line, Jessica Strauss, the leader. Jessica Strauss, the only Stuart Haas car not locked into the All-Star race. Her teammates are all in. So there's definitely mounting pressure to get that 41 in the field. Here comes the 47, looking for the lead. With help from the 9. It was a slight push, but the 21 was there. And Ryan Durrani will lead the second lap. .47 and the 41 going to get away for the time being. Here comes Ryan Kinghart, another one who's never seen an all-star race, let alone an all-star showdown. Now they're 3 wide back there. Pretty Shaw on the bottom with help from Dave James. The more they run 3 wide, the more this 47 and 41 will get away. How's about that? A Chevy, a Subaru, and a Honda, all on the bottom lane, trying to catch this 47. Now they're tandeming. Here comes the 1. He'll peek. He won't get... Or she'll peek and she won't get there. Instead, it's going to open the door for Dave James. On the crossover. Now here comes Brittany White. She'll take the 4th spot. Look at this, the 9 and the 05 now on the inside there. Pretty Shaw just cleared for 2nd. Now she's going to look to the inside. She's got no real help behind. So I don't know if she's going to be able to stick it down there, and she won't. We come back halfway through segment number 2, halfway through the showdown. Brittany White trying to get that bottom lane going. You saw the 2 Subarus in the middle trying to work together. Here comes the 26 with help from the 05. And now Brittany White looking to the inside for the lead with 4 laps of racing to go here in segment 2. And this time she's got to run with help from Steve Morgan. And Brittany White to the race lead. And now here comes the 15, Steve Morgan. Down to turn 5 and 6. 3 wide for 2nd, and that'll allow the 15 to clear. Three to go this time at the line. Again, the winner of this segment, they will start in 31st for tomorrow's All-Star Showdown. Again, positions 1 through 29, the ones that qualified based on the criteria to be eligible for the All-Star race. They will start based on owner's points. So they've got nothing to fear, and I don't like how far this 15's gotten out ahead. See the 78 and the 42, they get single file behind. Will they catch the bubble, though? With 2 to go. Oh, Ryan Kinghart, you should have stayed behind him. If I was the 78, I'd just stay behind and wait to make that move, but he wants to make it now. And this is going to bring the whole back of... or that'll bring the whole pack to the back of them. It's going to allow Steve Morgan to get quite an advantage now. As Daniel Voiles down on the bottom. With help from Dave James, we come to the white flag this time. 1 lap to go in segment number 2. Daniel Voiles, he's clear. He finished second in segment number 1. Will he be aggressive this time? He's got no real help from behind. I already don't like the looks of this. We went through 3 and 4. We're coming to 5 and 6 this time. I don't think the 9 is close enough. And out of turn 6, Steve Morgan will advance to the All-Star race here in segment 2. Another one that got away from Daniel Voiles. Will the 3rd time be the charm? Or will he be headed home to start his 4th of July early? We'll find out in just a moment. Segment number 3 will begin after the break. Here we go. Welcome back. It is the final segment. If you are just tuning in, of course, Samet Ozkan and Steve Morgan, they are the first 2 to advance to the All-Star race. This is for the final spot here. The final chance to make it. There's no fan vote. There's no provisional that can help you make the All-Star race. You have to win this segment, or it's you're headed home, and we'll see you either at Pocono or at Indianapolis, depending on your status in this series. Daniel Voiles, Allie Rain, they're going to lead us down the front straightaway. The green flag is out. The final segment back underway. Daniel Voiles, he's finished second all night long. Will he finally break through? Again, he hasn't had friends in the first 2 segments. He's absolutely not going to have friends in this segment, including his teammate. And again, the reason I say you won't have any friends, look behind you. So I'm going to say, all these other cars, all these 18 other cars, they're trying to make it themselves. So there's going to be a little more take and a little less give. As Daniel Voiles clears for the lead, Lyle Austin is back there. He wants to make the All-Star race. Voiles leads the opening lap. That outside lane, it's very well established, but Lyle Austin with the preferred lane around this racetrack, the shorter distance. Here comes the 16 on the double yellow line. Lyle Austin will take the lead, with help from the 31, Roberto Crown Jr. We haven't said his name much tonight, but he's up here running at the front. For Daniel Voiles, he's got to be thinking, I'm in danger right now. Look on the bottom. These guys using every bit of the racetrack they can take. Jessica Strauss, Brittany White just about on the apron trying to make something happen. No out of bounds rules here, but boy, you could cause a wreck if you're not careful. Keep an eye on that 05. He's making his way up through the field on the bottom lane there. How's about the Colleague cars side by side? We know how Colleague racing is in real life. They're a team effort, but boy, today is going to be anything but now because only one of them can advance to the All-Star race. The other car headed home. And again, when you wave $1 million in front of these drivers' faces, it makes you do some insane things. Of course, the only way to get $1 million is to qualify for tomorrow's race and win tomorrow's race. That's no doubt in the back of the minds of all these drivers here. Saw the 42 Parker Newhouse lose the draft. He's going to need a caution to help him get back into the running. Four wide. And we almost had ourselves a wreck. Ryan Kinghart up to second. Here comes Tyler Michael Rich in that 36. That deep bottom lane starting to get formed. I hear some hitting back there, but it looks like we're good. As Ryan Kinghart to the race lead. Of course, the last time Ryan Kinghart was in this series, there was no All-Star race. But he's looking to join his sister in the All-Star festivities tomorrow. But he's got to hold off Lyle Austin and the other 18 as here they come. Lyle Austin looking for the lead again with help from the 36. Again, this is for the 32nd and final spot in the All-Star race tomorrow. And Lyle Austin to the race lead. 4 laps to go in the All-Star Showdown. And I will say you might want to watch that bottom lane again. They're pretty well formed. Again, we've seen this side by side behind the leader. He really gets to pull the lanes forward. And he's just got to play it smart here. He's got to keep weaving, kind of force, kind of change the momentum of each lane. He's got to try to make him catch that bubble that we talk about. That's about what the 78 is in. You saw the 9 earlier really stall out when he caught the leader. That's what we call the bubble. He just can't make a move without a car behind him that's established. Here comes Richard Kinghart. See, he's going to help the 21. Can they get a run? The 3 Fords behind. 4 Fords behind. This is where experience might pay off with 2 to go. Lyle Austin. He's just got to hold off the charge from behind. He's got 2 cars behind him that can make a move, and that's what he wants to see. Richard Kinghart, not Ryan Kinghart, Richard making a move to the inside. He's not going to make it happen. And this is where I say you have no friends in this segment. It's all for yourself at this point. We won't have overtime at all. 1 lap of racing to go here in the All-Star Showdown. Can Lyle Austin hang on? Through turn 2. See Richard Kinghart looking. He wants to make this move. If he does, it's going to solidify the race. In all likelihood. Here comes his son. Now Ryan Kinghart with the help on the bottom. There's absolutely no help on that top lane. And this is exactly what Lyle Austin wanted to see. Here they come through 5 and 6. No one is remotely close enough to make a move. Lyle Austin will be the final transfer into the All-Star race here at Bermuda. You know, there's going to be 18 disappointed drivers heading back home. Most of them not going to be able to run again until Saturday. Next Saturday, July 9th at Pocono. And the rest of them not until the very end of the regular season at Indianapolis. Lyle Austin is not one of them. But I can assure you, the guy who's probably the most upset, that guy who finished 3rd, Daniel Voiles, he was easily the strongest car all day. Was running top 3 most of this race. And he just couldn't finish the job. As you take a look at the final results of the All-Star Showdown. Of course, keep in mind, once again, for those who did not watch the beginning of this race, Samet Ozkan and Steve Morgan both advanced, and now Lyle Austin will be the final transfer into the All-Star race. We want to thank you for watching, and we will see you for the All-Star race tomorrow night here on Tinkle Group Gaming. Until then, goodbye everyone.